All right. Good evening, everybody. We're going to go ahead and start our meeting tonight for January 6th, 2026. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Spieth.
Here.
Wyatt.
Here.
Jacobsack. Here. Paulson. Here. Wilson.
Here. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I will need a motion from council to approve the minutes of December 2nd, 2025 and December 22nd.
So moved. Second.
Moved by Wyatt, seconded by Spieth to approve the December 2nd, 2025 and December 22nd, 2025 special council meeting minutes as prepared and put them on file. Spieth.
Yes.
Wyatt.
Yes.
Jacobsack.
Yes.
Paulson.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
All right, we're going to go ahead and skip anything I really have to say tonight, and we're going to open it up to the audience for some questions and comments. I know that we have a few people here that want to speak to council. So, Mr. Sklodowski, you're here to talk about annexation?
Yes, sir.
Please step forward, and if you would, just state your name again for the record.
My name is Robert Sklodowski, and I've been trying to get the properties annexed over on the top of Schreiber Hill probably the last 20 years. We've been having problems with it, but hopefully with this new council, new mayor, we can probably get some leeway and get this annexation to finally finished. The property in question, the four houses right at the top of Schreiber Hill, and I don't know if you can see from the map, we're like the East Berlin of Garfield Heights. We're totally surrounded by either Maple Heights or Valley View, which is fine. But Garfield Heights has to go through a whole different city just to get to us for safety. So police and fire have to go through a different city just to get to us. So I gave you a packet just earlier, it was handed out, and it covered premises and why we're doing the annexation. And I have sent out emails prior to this, to the council member and mayor. I've also talked to the superintendent of Cuyahoga Heights High School, which is, that would have been Matthew Young about this. In fact, I was hoping he was here tonight. I see him in the crowd, but he was supposed to be here tonight also. He was also back in this year annexation. He thought this would be a great idea for a school funding, especially for properties added to Valley View at no cost to you. Now, I'm not asking you to do the annexation. I don't want you to do anything with the annexation. What I do request is a letter of acceptance. That's all I'm looking for. You'll see on the last page, Mayor Westfall had done one prior, 15 years ago. Almost to the date. But it was done 15 years ago, but it's all been held up because one person wouldn't sell the property. And without 100% of the signatures of the people being annexed, it wouldn't go through. And now we have 100% of the signatures. And we do have a nicer council and mayor, I hope, that would be able to see the benefits of having these four properties. You're currently taking care of these properties every time you're driving by with your snowplow or working on the streets, doing anything of the sort. You're not getting the benefits of it. The tax money's going to Garfield Heights, and you guys are doing the work. One thing they're doing is picking up the trash. You guys used to do that in the past. 20 years ago, you were doing it. I don't know why you wouldn't want to think about it at least, and say that this might be a worthwhile cause, especially for the schools. And now, I heard your parks and stuff are looking for money. This is free money. This isn't something you have to do anything for, other than make out a letter saying it's just a good idea. We would gladly accept these four houses in Valley View. If it goes through, who knows if it would go through. All I need is an acceptance letter. That's all I'm looking for. And if you have any questions for me, I have a few of the residents here also, actually all of them that are here. Kaminsky, Dennis Nader, and Lori and Mike across the street, and then me. We're the only properties involved with this. If you have any questions for us, we'd be glad to answer. We've had some prior problems, and these are most recent. Now, last time we talked with Mayor Piasecki, He said that, of course, you had the police and fire had joint services. And of course, it would work out that way. Well, there was a call made here on August 1st, 2023, for a fire at Mike's house. And what he was told was, well, I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to wait till Garfield Heights comes first before we can go and send anybody out from Valley View.
That's not
Now,
true.
we were lucky enough to have the chief show up.
I was there.
And I know you were there. I even have it down on the paperwork. Luckily, you were there. I was also in the house with you with that infrared camera. Now, if it weren't for you showing up there first initially, what would have happened? If you weren't around, say you were on another call,
We're dispatched there automatically.
well, it
We're
wasn't.
dispatched to your, we're dispatched to your area.
Then why did we have to wait for Garfield Heights to show up?
Our guy, well, if our guys were out of the building, I'd have to go back and look at the call.
You know what?
So if our guys were out of the building, then that would be the only reason you have to wait for Garfield Heights to show up. Otherwise, our guys would be there first.
What ended up happening is the same thing as before. It always happens, they transfer us to Garfield Heights. Now, it shouldn't be doing that, it should go automatically down to Valley View. You're right down the street. You are literally 3/4 of a mile away, right there to here. Here is where Garfield Heights is. You gotta go all the way down Turney, and luckily if you can go down Dunham and then Schreiber and make it to those places, great. Or you gotta go all the way through the valley and come up Schreiber. It's very foolish. But again, you may say it works, but it didn't work that day.
There's a number of changes that are occurring, that have occurred over the past year, a couple of years, and are coming down the pike too, that will address those issues. And we can sit down and meet with all you guys, let you know exactly how things are being addressed in that area specifically.
All right, well,
Because
another
Chief Strope
thing,
and I speak, Chief Strope and I are very familiar with that area, and we are very aware of what minute, how important minutes are to response. So
exactly, and it ended up happening, I talked to the Garfield Heights Police Department, because on a call that we made on the 20th of May, 2025, I called Maple Heights because we had two individuals going through cars and looking through them. Called Maple Heights, he said, well, you gotta call Garfield Heights. I said, well, you can at least transfer it through to Garfield Heights. He said, well, we'll notify them. Garfield Heights was never notified. Now, this is a dispatch that's being told this year. Never showed up, never called. I kept calling and nothing. I even have it on my Ring camera. Nobody wanted it. I actually hand walked it down the next day to Garfield Heights, and he had no minutes of a call coming into him. Why? The dispatch is not working. You guys are saying it's working, but here's the facts. It's not working. So this mutual assistance that you're talking about, it's not happening. So I disagree with anything that has to be said, because here's two prime examples of this. That's pretty much what I've got to say is, you can tell us that you got this here covered, but it's not. And if we were annexed into Valley View, there would be no question of who's gonna come up there and take care of us. And that's what this is all about. We will have the coverage of the police and the fire department of Valley View. What more can we ask for? That's all we're asking. So, we
What
also like
does-
to be- go ahead.
What does the Garfield Heights School District say about losing 4 houses?
They're not
Did
gonna be
they,
happy at all.
did
once
they say
find out.
anything? Don't they have say in this matter?
Actually, here's what it is. This is quote from the state of Ohio. In Ohio, county commissioners have extensive powers in granting annexations. State law says annexations may be approved after 3 conditions are met. Property must be contiguous to the city or village. It may not be unreasonably large. The area must benefit by going into the city or village. There is no stopping it if the county says that this is worthwhile by meeting those 3 requirements. Garfield Heights can't stop it. Now, we had worked out before with Mayor Vic Lola. I talked to him about it, and Mayor Westfall, and we were gonna try to do a land swap at that time. It sounded nice, it sounded like it would be worthwhile. Why screw anybody over, we felt. But I don't know the mayor better. All I know is right now, their council and him are not running that city too well, in my opinion. So, what's gonna happen? It's not up to them. It's really up to you guys. Because the county's gonna be calling you, asking you, do you want these properties in your city or village? That's all they're gonna ask. And if you say yes, then most likely this is gonna go through. Got any questions for us? I think I used up 3 minutes. I can talk more if you want.
That's all right. That's all
He's
right.
good at talking.
I would just say this, that I think council needs to digest this a little bit, certainly not make any decisions tonight.
Of course.
You know, there's a lot of moving parts to this. It's not, you're assuming that the county commissioners would automatically agree to this. I don't believe they would without mutual consent from Garfield Heights. In fact, there's a section in the statute, the annexation statute, that says there shall be mutual consent from both parties. I think that's a player in it, you know. It doesn't mean they have to follow it, but I think it might be difficult to sell. Secondly, the reason it didn't happen last time, one of the reasons was that the village was not interested in a land swap at all. And I don't know.
We didn't have to do it.
Well, that's what was proposed by the mayor of Garfield Heights, and that's kind of how the thing fell apart. So we not only have a different council now, but Garfield has a different council and a different mayor too. So
Right.
I'm sure, I'm not speaking for council, but I'm sure I imagine they'd probably want to hear from Garfield Heights about this a little bit to see
Your
what their position
mutual
is.
understanding you're talking about is on 709.122, and it has to have the mutual understanding of the people being annexed into the village or city. That has to be accepted by them, which we have, and the papers are signed by that. The city that's gonna be losing, those people are not gonna be happy. That's a common theme throughout annexation.
Well, don't you think that's important for us to know? As a village, as the body's got to make that decision?
Sure.
What their position's going to be? They're our
Like
neighbor.
Garfield Heights,
Yeah.
what are they gonna do?
I don't think that's the
What
proper.
can Garfield Heights do?
Well,
I'm
again,
looking at right now.
I'm not arguing with you. I'm just saying that this council needs to digest this and they need to look at this, all the different aspects of this issue before
That's
my
correct.
recommendations, before issuing any letter of recommendation.
I don't mind it, that's why I sent these out 6 months ago. These letters were sent out, the emails were sent out well over 6 months ago, and this is why I've been talking to Cuyahoga Heights superintendent, and I've been sending emails to every one of you council members, and mayor, we talked individually, but we talked together, and I also sent you emails on this subject. I'd be more than happy to talk to anybody about it, if you like. I got more information, I got all the information you probably want. State codes, I believe you have a list right in there on your packet, tells you exactly what the state ordinance is, which is 709.022, which is the annexation of properties where you have 100% of the signatures of the property owners, which is what we have here.
Let me just ask, of the 4 households, are there any school-aged children in those homes?
It was 20 years ago.
I mean now.
I don't believe there is now, is that correct?
No.
Anybody? No,
Okay.
not now.
Okay.
But if you're looking at just now, and you're forgetting about the future, you gotta remember, this is gonna be standing off for a long time. You get these properties into Valley View, you're not looking at what you're gonna make today. You gotta be start looking at the future.
Yeah, I'm not looking at that, I just wonder how many school
Yeah, we
children.
lost out on other kids who pretty much have gone up and gone to private schools, unfortunately. We could have had this 20 years ago, and like I said, $500,000 could have gone to the Cuyahoga Heights school system. Close to that, was lost. That's based on 80% of tax value, which is sent to the schools, for the property taxes. So, any other questions?
I don't
You
think
guys
so at
just
this
like
time.
this? Yeah, you
I don't
guys-
think so at this time, Mr. Sklodowski. Appreciate you coming in and making a presentation to the council. We will do our due diligence. We will discuss it with Garfield and their school system, and of course, Cuyahoga Heights school system.
Okay,
And we'll discuss it amongst ourselves and come up with an answer for you.
sounds good.
Okay?
I guess so.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Next, we have Kamala Ross. She's gonna talk to us about the utility box beautification that she inquired about several months ago.
All right. Hi, my name is Cammie Ross. I've been a resident of Valley View for 9 years now. I'm coming with a public art funding request for the council. Like the mayor mentioned, I've been in talks, trying to make sure that we have all of the pieces in place. I also tried to receive grant funding for this, and unfortunately, because of nonprofit elements as well as it being a small project, that didn't really go anywhere. And everyone's advice was to come to the village to ask for funding. So what I'm asking for is on the corner of Rockside and Canal, there is a electric signal box that works with the light. If you drive around Shaker or River or a lot of other areas, you'll see a lot of them are wrapped with art, public art. Sometimes those are professionals, and a lot of times those are actually school children. So the cheapest option is to go the school art route. I have already worked with the elementary, middle, and high school teacher, and they're very much on board. They're excited to work out what the details would be, but basically they would work with their art clubs and with their schools, classes, solicit art that we would then be able to vote for as a community. And a big element of this is bringing the community together. Giving everyone a voice in what this would look like, being able to have an unveiling event that would be able to bring people together to celebrate public art. And so I think there are a lot of valuable pieces, not only highlighting our excellent school district, but also our village as one of the entrance points to Valley View. And possibly even for elements of the strategic plan that I know you're all working on. In the proposal, you'll see that the wrap, I have a quote in there. It's the same company that works with Shaker, as well as a picture of the signal box. A lot of the benefits of the project, as well as my community partners that I've already started having communications with, and they're very excited about. Plus the last is just some examples of some of the school artwork that has been submitted and community voted for in the Shaker area. So that's the quick synopsis. Do you have questions for me?
Is that signal box owned by Valley View or Signal Service?
It's owned by us.
So this cost, Cammie, is the cost if we had to pay for this by a
Yeah,
service to do it?
So what it is it's a kind of a vinyl wrap that they put on. They have to work with the utility company, and it has a 10+ year lasting kind of
Wearability.
It would last at least that long. I've seen some of the boxes up in University Circle that have been there for more than 10 years. They look just great. But that's kind of what the difference is between maybe having someone go over and paint a utility box that would then flake and not hold up versus one that actually the school can work with and make sure that it's designed for it, as well as it would have more lasting value. Another element that I have in here on the very back is Independence. So I did talk with Independence originally to see if we could work together for some of these grants, because like I said, a lot of the grants want them to be bigger projects. And they talked about their public art, and so one of the examples that I included was their downtown mural, which cost $12,000. And so I'm asking for a lot less than that. I have a lot of community elements that I think can come together to bring this to fruition, and I think it's a really good value for the village. Any other questions? No?
I don't have any. Anybody else, council, have any questions?
All right, thank you
All
for your
right,
time.
thank you for the presentation, appreciate it. Next, we have Kathy Workman for the Valley View Senior Club.
Hello,
Hi, Ms. Workman. I gave everybody your letters.
thank you
Yes.
so much. First of all, I'd like to start with a thank you again for the support that the mayor and council have given to our club in the past several years. And we, as you can see from the letter, we are again requesting your financial support for this year. So that's why we're here.
Okay.
Do you have any questions for me? Or?
Any of council have any questions? All right, we've got the letter, we're gonna review it, and council will decide what, they'll get back to you, decide what we're gonna do. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, I have a few appointments I need to make tonight. First, we have to open nominations for our council president for 2026.
Mayor, I'd like to nominate Chuck Wilson for council president.
All right, any other second? Any other nominations? All right, we'll close nominations, and I'll need a motion to approve Chuck Wilson as council president for 2026.
I'll move.
Second.
Moved by Jacob Zak, seconded by Spieth, to appoint Chuck Wilson as council president for the year 2026. Wyatt?
Yes.
Jacob Zak?
Yes.
Paulson?
Yes.
Wilson?
Abstain.
Spieth.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, congratulations.
Indeed. I'm gonna get together on getting our committee assignments out, so I just received the last request, and I should get those out in the next day or two.
All right, thank you. I also need a motion to approve our council representative to planning board, Jim Spieth.
So moved.
Second. Moved by moved by Wilson, seconded by Spieth. Who was it?
Representative to planning, board, council rep to
I seconded, right?
Seconded by Jacob.
seconded.
Wilson was the first.
Yes.
Moved by Wilson, seconded by Jacob Zak, to appoint Jim Spieth as council representative to the planning board. Jacob Zak? Yes. Paulson?
Yes.
Wilson?
Yes.
Spieth.
Abstain.
Yes.
Sorry.
Now I need a motion to approve the slate of members for our planning board. Marty Johnson, Joe White, Mike Perdovich, and Jerry Piasecki.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Wyatt, seconded by Spieth, to appoint. Jacob Zak? Yes. Paulson?
Yes.
Wilson?
Yes.
Spieth?
Yes.
Wyatt?
Yes.
I also need a motion to approve 2 members to the recreation board, Don Paulson and Nita Justice.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Jacob Zak, seconded by Wilson, to appoint. Paulson?
Yes.
Wilson?
Yes.
Spieth?
Yes.
Wyatt?
Yes.
Jacob Zak? Yes.
And last, I need a motion to approve council representative Chuck Wilson to the EDG board.
So moved.
Second. Moved by Wyatt, seconded by Jacob Zak, to appoint. Wilson?
Yes.
Spieth?
Yes.
Wyatt?
Yes.
Jacob Zak? Yes. Paulson?
Yes.
Ready? Now we go into our ordinances. Ordinance 2026-1-1.
An ordinance to pay certain claims therein mentioned during the month of December 2025.
Any questions or comments from council? Need a motion to suspend the rules.
So moved. Second.
Moved by Jacob Zak, seconded by Wyatt, to suspend the rules and place ordinance 2026-1-1 on third and final reading. Spieth?
Yes.
Wyatt?
Yes.
Jacob Zak? Yes. Paulson?
Yes.
Wilson?
Yes.
Motion to pass.
So moved.
Seconded.
Moved by Wilson, seconded by Paulson to pass. Spieth?
Yes.
Wyatt?
Yes.
Jacob Zak? Yes. Paulson?
Yes.
Wilson?
Yes.
Ordinance 2026-1-2.
An ordinance appointing Anthony McCarrick as a full-time member to the Valley View Fire Department.
Before we go any further, Chief, would you like to say a few words to the council?
So Anthony is, who's been with us part-time for a number of years, he's now coming over, transitioning to us full-time. He did accept a position with the city of Strongsville about a year ago, 8 months ago. He is leaving there to come back to Valley View. He has got a wealth of knowledge. He is gonna be a great firefighter for the village of Valley View. He's a phenomenal young man on top of it. When I first met Anthony, you know, I heard about him. He's a really good guy, really good fireman. And he was supposed to come down and meet with me in my office at like 9 o'clock and drop off his application. And he calls me and he says, "Hey Chief," he said, I'm gonna be late. See you around noonish." I said, "Okay, no problem." So he comes into the station and he comes walking in and says, "Chief, I'm so sorry." I said, "You know, there's no big deal." He said, "No," he said, "Do you understand? My mom needed to sell this goat. And if you know anything about selling goats, people that buy goats on the open market, they're not the most scrupulous characters." He said, "So I want to make sure I was there with my mom." So that was my first interaction with Anthony. And he is just a top-notch human being, top-notch guy. I have heard nothing but phenomenal things from him, from all the guys I know over at the city of Strongsville and from other communities that he's worked, so we're very lucky to have him.
Thank you very much. Any questions or comments from council? I need a motion to suspend the rules.
So moved. Second.
Moved by Wilson, seconded by Paulson, to suspend the rules and place ordinance 2026 1-2 on third and final reading. Wyatt?
Yes.
Jacobzak?
Yes.
Paulson?
Yes.
Wilson?
Yes. Yes.
I need a motion to pass.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Wyatt, seconded by Jacobzak to pass. Wyatt?
Yes.
Jacobzak?
Yes.
Paulson?
Yes.
Wilson?
Yes.
Speed?
Yes.
Wyatt.
All right, congratulations. Anthony, if you'd come up, meet me by the flag, please. Oh, we have to do this by the flag. It's better. Okay. I, Anthony McCarrick,
I, Anthony McCarrick,
solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America
solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America
and the Constitution of the State of Ohio
and the Constitution of the State of Ohio
and the resolutions and ordinances of the Village of Valley View, Ohio,
and the resolutions and ordinances of the Village of Valley View, Ohio,
and that I will faithfully, honestly, and impartially
and that I will faithfully, honestly, and impartially
discharge the duties of firefighter, paramedic
of firefighter, paramedic
of the Fire Department of the Village of Valley View, Ohio,
of the Fire Department of the Village of Valley View, Ohio,
to which I have been appointed.
to which I have been appointed.
Congratulations. Just sign that paper, and then I need you to pick somebody to put a badge on. Just need you to pick someone.
My wife, Julia.
Julia, come on up. Sign.
Thank you very much for coming. Anybody that is here specifically for Anthony, please feel free to go over to the firehouse. We've got cake, coffee, and all that good stuff over there.
We all get up and go.
Yeah.
I would go too.
Is that specific?
Yeah. That was me. That was me.
His seat.
Assigned seats.
Yeah.
You can't just switch.
You can't just sit where you want.
You can't just move it.
All right, we're going to go ahead and continue with our ordinances for this evening. Ordinance 2025-12-9.
An ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a contract with the full-time service division workers, full-time mechanic, and full-time groundskeepers in the village of Valley View and declaring an emergency. This ordinance is on second reading.
Ordinance 2025-12-10.
An ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a contract with the Fraternal Order of Police Lodge Number 67, Valley View Division in the village of Valley View, Ohio, and declaring an emergency. This ordinance is on second reading.
And ordinance 2025-12-11.
An ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a contract with the Valley View Firefighters IAFF Local 2634 in the village of Valley View, Ohio, and declaring an emergency. This ordinance is on second reading.
And I will then need a motion to approve salary changes for the Fraternal Order of Police, Lodge 67, International Association of Firefighters, Local 2634, American Federation of State, County, and Municipal Employees, effective the first full pay period of 2026.
So moved.
Seconded.
Moved by Spieth, seconded by Paulson to pass. Jacobsack?
Yes.
Paulson?
Yes.
Wilson?
Yes.
Spieth?
Yes.
Wyatt?
Yes.
Ordinance 2026-1-3.
A resolution requesting Cuyahoga County to proceed with the rehabilitation of Rockside Road Bridge number 3.32, resolving to pay 100% of the cost for the engineering, construction, and construction engineering for the installation of lightning and enhancements to Rockside Road Bridge number 3.32.
Any questions or comments? Engineer Ciano, you have anything you want to add to the ordinance?
No.
Okay. I need a motion to suspend the rules.
So moved.
Second. Moved by Paulson, seconded by Wilson, to suspend the rules and place resolution 2026-1-3 on third and final reading. Paulson?
Yes.
Wilson?
Yes.
Spieth?
Yes.
Wyatt?
Yes.
Jacobsack?
Yes.
Motion to pass.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Wyatt, seconded by Spieth to pass. Paulson?
Yes.
Wilson?
Yes.
Spieth?
Yes.
Wyatt?
Yes.
Jacobsack?
Yes.
Ordinance 2026-1-4.
An ordinance authorizing Valley View Patrolman John Kruchek to accept and retain his retirement duty weapon.
Questions or comments? Motion to suspend the rules.
So moved. Second.
Moved by Wilson, seconded by Spieth to suspend the rules and place ordinance 2026-1-4 on third and final reading. Wilson?
Yes.
Spieth?
Yes.
Wyatt?
Yes.
Jacobsack?
Yep.
Paulson?
Yes.
Motion passed.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Wyatt, seconded by Jacobsack to pass. Wilson?
Yes.
Spieth?
Yes.
Wyatt?
Yes.
Jacobsack?
Yep.
Paulson?
Yes.
Ordinance 2026-1-5.
An ordinance authorizing the clerk treasurer to implement a schedule for all full-time and part-time employees who are not in a bargaining unit effective the first full pay period of 2026 through December 31, 2028 in the village of Valley View, Ohio, and declaring an emergency.
Questions or comments? Motion to suspend the rules.
So, I'll second that.
Moved by Wilson, seconded by Spieth, to suspend the rules and place ordinance 2026-1-5 on third and final reading. Spieth?
Yes.
Wyatt?
Yes.
Jacobsack?
Yes.
Paulson?
Yes.
Wilson?
Yes.
Motion to pass.
So moved.
Seconded.
Moved by Wyatt, seconded by Paulson to pass. Spieth?
Yes.
Wyatt?
Yes.
Jacobsack?
Yes.
Paulson?
Yes.
Wilson?
Yes.
All right, ordinance 2026-1-6.
An ordinance amending section 7.17A of the Village of Valley View Personnel Policy and Procedure Manual entitled Holidays.
Questions or comments? Motion to suspend the rules.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Jacobzak, seconded by Wilson, to suspend the rules and place ordinance 2026 1-6 on third and final reading. Wyatt?
Yes.
Jacobzak?
Yes.
Paulson?
Yes.
Wilson?
Yes.
Spieth.
Yes.
Motion to pass.
So moved.
Seconded.
Moved by Wyatt, seconded by Paulson, to pass. Wyatt?
Yes.
Jacobzak?
Yes.
Paulson?
Yes.
Wilson?
Yes.
Spieth.
Yes.
Next is a notice if we have any objections to the change in membership on a issued liquor permit at Pubtown LLC. Are there any objections? All right, we have no objections. We'll mark that form and send it into the Liquor Control Board. Go on to committee reports.
I have finance, Mayor, 2 items. The first one is from Clerk Treasurer Snyder. It's an approval to authorize the annual list of purchase orders, kind of to streamline the contracts that we normally have, just to kind of, for lack of a better word right now, blanket, approve those funds now that we normally fund anyways throughout the year. So, council kind of decided or thought that this would be, helpful in the clerk's office as well. So, I need a motion and a second, or actually, I'll make the motion, and I need a second to.
I'll second that.
Thank you.
Moved by Jacobzak, seconded by Spieth, to approve. Jacobzak?
Yes.
Paulson?
Yes.
Wilson?
Yes.
Spieth?
Yes.
Wyatt?
Yes.
Thanks, Jim. All right, second is from Clerk Treasurer Snyder as well, to approve, to upgrade the village server through TTX for an amount not to exceed $41,129.28. I'll need a second, please.
Second.
Moved by Jacobzak, seconded by Paulson, to pass. Paulson?
Yes.
Wilson?
Yes.
Spieth?
Yes.
Wyatt?
Yes.
Jacobzak?
Yep. That's all I have for finance. I do know, I don't know who's chairing roads, but I know Todd would like to have a meeting sometime this month once we know who's on that committee.
Okay. I'll get those to you.
All right, great. Any other committee reports? Anything from the police chief?
Yes, Mayor. I'd just like to acknowledge the Southwest Enforcement Bureau. That is the agency that provides tactical services for Valley View and 18 other communities here in the area. Our Detective Bureau called upon them to execute a high-risk search and arrest warrant in East Cleveland from a case originating here in Valley View. And even though we missed the suspect at the residence, he was turned in to us the following day. But it's nice to know that we have a professional organization like that we can call on to prevent our detectives from being placed into harm's way in those difficult type of situations. And I just also want to say that preparations are well underway for the transition of leadership here in February when I retire on February 14th. There should be no issues with the transition. We are taking care of all the items that carry over into the next year. As you know, we're a fully certified Ohio Collaborative Department. We're filing all of our documentation to make sure that continues into the next year. The jail will be recertified for operation into the next year. We have multiple grants that are out for equipment that needs to be replaced. And all that's in process and being worked out with the current command staff so that it'll be a seamless transition. And the next person coming on board should have a good start.
Thank you very much for keeping our department well-oiled machine. Thank you.
Thank
you. Fire chief.
2 things. First of all, the fire department, we're always looking to add, so we have some workout areas, so we're always looking to add equipment whenever possible. Through a partnership with the Maple Heights Fire Department last month, we were able to obtain about $30,000 worth of free equipment through Planet Fitness. They were changing one of their larger facilities over, and they had a bunch of equipment that they were donating. So Maple Heights Fire got a bunch, and the Valley View Fire Department was able to get, like I said, about $30,000 worth of free equipment from them for the firefighters to be able to use and the police officers to be able to use. So we were pretty happy with that. And then second of all, thank you for the support with Anthony. Obviously, Anthony is going to be replacing Lieutenant Koszelski when he retires in March. Gives us some time for him to transition out of Strongsville and come down with us. And then once the new safety committee is in place, we'll be meeting to discuss the promotions for Lieutenant Koszelski when he goes as well.
All right, thank you. Service strike.
I have nothing, sir.
Recreation?
Yes, I would just like to let everybody know, I think everybody up here knows, but our Assistant Director, Janet Flaherty, is retiring at the end of the month. She has requested that there not be any public celebration, which I'm gonna honor because frankly, I don't think I'd make it home to my family if I went against her wishes in that request. So I would just encourage all of you over the course of the next few weeks, drop in, give her your well wishes, give her a call, give her an email. She's done, I think, officially 6 different jobs with the rec department and has been there longer than I've been there. I think she's been there since the building opened or even before. And so, we're gonna miss her, but certainly wish her well in her retirement. So I would encourage all of you to do the same before the end of the month.
Last January 31st?
Yes, yep, January 31st. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Building Commissioner?
Nothing.
Okay, thank you. How about an engineer?
No additional report, Mayor.
All right, thank you very much. Any new business from council? No? All right, thank you all for your attention tonight, appreciate it. I'm gonna ask for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Jacobczak, seconded by Spieth to adjourn at 7:12 PM. Wilson?
Yes.
Spieth?
Yes.
Wyatt?
Yes.
Jacobczak?
Yes.
Paulson?
Yes.